As you can see right here, reports that came out that Michigan is currently in possession, not just we think, no, they are in possession of documents that could link the private investigators behind the sign stealing scandal back to Ohio State. Remember that third-party law firm that discovered all this in the first place? It was Ryan Day's family. Ryan Day is the man behind all of this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if this situation wasn't already crazy enough for you, just wait until you hear this. What has just happened within the past 24 hours is the wildest turn of events I've ever seen. And oh yeah, by the way, we're not doing no intro, none of that. I don't got time to waste. You don't have time to waste either. If you like the content, consider subscribing. We love to have you here. If you don't like it, don't subscribe. It is what it is. We got to talk about this big time news. You guys are blowing me up about this. I've had at least 30, 40, maybe even 50 people send this to me by now. If you have no idea whatsoever what's going on, what has led up until this point, I'm not giving you a refresher because that's not fair to everyone else that has kept up with the situation. So if you do want a refresher, go watch some of the previous videos. And at this point in time, I'm still currently trying to process how unreal this situation is. Let's start off here, okay? We know what's led up until this point. Michigan and Connor Stallions, they've got caught pretty much, and we'll leave it at that. Not going into detail, they got caught. If you know, you know. Remember how all this started? We talked about, I think it was by now 2 weeks ago, some third-party law firm, they hacked into Michigan's computers. You need to remember that because that is very important to this story. And I remember saying this a couple videos ago. My biggest question about all of this is why was an independent third-party law firm looking into Michigan in the first place? Seemed a little fishy, right? It just didn't add up. Like, okay, they got caught cheating, that's all fine and dandy, but why did this person catch them? Why was this law firm looking into Connor Stallions in Michigan in the first place? Well, guess what? And like I said, this is the wildest turn I've ever seen in my life. The fingers are now being pointed at Ryan Day. As you can see right here, reports that came out that Michigan is currently in possession, not just we think, no, they are in possession of documents that could link the private investigators behind the sign stealing scandal back to Ohio State. Oh my goodness. You can't make this crap up. You can't. At this point in time, I don't even know whether to believe this or not, or is this a script? What is going on? You mean to tell me Ohio State, the little bro Ohio State, was behind all this? They're the people who found all this stuff out about Michigan? But hold on, if that wasn't enough for you, it gets even better. Let me show you this right here. Several sources at Michigan and in the media tell TheWolverine.com they are gathering evidence on 2 private investigators they believe are behind the investigation into Michigan's alleged illegal site scouting. Who are these 2 private investigators, you may ask? Guess what? Ryan Day's family members. Yep, that's right, you heard me correctly. Ryan Day's the man behind all of this. Or at least, allegedly at this point in time. Reporters are working to put the pieces together, but we know Michigan is currently in possession of documents that could link one of the alleged investigators to Day's younger brother, Timothy Day. The other they suspect is linked to Day's brother, Christopher, and was also a classmate of Tim Day's in New Hampshire. One currently runs a private investigation firm in Manchester, New Hampshire, I believe New Hampshire, or New Hampshire, my bad. Day's hometown. NH is short for New Hampshire, right? I think it is, but that is besides the point. The point is in all of this, remember that third-party law firm that discovered all this in the first place? It was Ryan Day's family. Ryan Day is the man behind all of this. Or at least, let me calm down. I apologize for my screaming, but it's just so hard to believe and fathom this. Allegedly, at this point in time, he's the man behind all of this. In addition, other sources at Michigan allege some of the evidence, specifically a spreadsheet provided to the Washington Post, would analyze Connor Stallions' travel plans and budget for his operation, in which he allegedly paid people to video opposing team signs. This was attained by gathering access to his computer illegally. Upon investigation, more sources indicated law enforcement has begun looking into the source of the information as a result. Oh man, I'm just gonna go back to this. Are you kidding me? I can't believe this, man. I really can't. If this somehow in some way is true, I don't even know what to say, guys. I don't. Is it not ironic that Ohio State loses to Michigan back-to-back years and Ryan Day, being the crybaby that he is, he's like, something's got to be going on. No way Michigan could beat us without cheating. And he starts hiring his brothers to investigate Michigan, and he finds all this dirt on them. This is unreal. I mean, the turn of events, it's leaving me speechless. Because this whole time, we've been talking about this for the past 2 or 3 weeks, we thought it was a random law firm. Come to find out, allegedly, it wasn't a random law firm. It was Ryan Day's brother. And I keep thinking about this. This is all leading up to Probably arguably the biggest game in at least probably since 2011 LSU Alabama. This is huge. If no suspensions happen, everybody and their mama is going to be watching this Ohio State versus Michigan game. And just for the sake of pure entertainment, I pray and hope Jim Harbaugh's not suspended. I want both of these teams to be going at it full strength, power on power. Very rarely am I left speechless, but with this I am. And let me know in the comment section, am I the only one who's flabbergasted by all this? It's a lot to take in. But check out this reply. So Ohio State thought Michigan was cheating, had someone look into it, then it comes out that they were. Why does this matter at all? And that's a great question, but I do want to address it. You got to understand this. If all of this is true, right now it's just allegations. If Rondé's brother found out this information and hacked into Michigan's computers, that's illegal. You can't do that. Granted, that doesn't make what Michigan did any better, but it's two wrongs. You see what I'm saying? And that's why, to me at least, it is such a big deal and why everybody's talking about this, at least in the past, I'd say 16 to 24 hours. And it's just so funny because now you got Michigan fans trying to come out here and state, oh yeah, well, Ryan Day and Ohio State, they should get in trouble for this because they hacked into our computers. They found out that we were cheating. But it still doesn't take away the fact that Michigan and Connor Stallions was cheating. You just got caught illegally. So let me get this straight. Michigan was doing something illegal, and then Ohio State did something illegal to catch Michigan doing something illegal. You can't make this up. This whole situation is just a flat-out mess, and it's going to continue to get messier, and I'm all here for it. Somebody in the comments said, we've got the ones who caught us cheating, sir. Connor Stallions trying to get his job back. Tell me I'm not the only one who could see Connor Stallions, this being his alibi. Well, hey, coach, I mean, I found the guy who caught us cheating, so technically they should be in trouble, not us. And just like this comment says, this is pretty much what's going down. Michigan is saying, yeah, they caught us doing something bad, but they weren't supposed to catch us, and we can prove how they're in the wrong. You see, in the first place, Rondé's brother shouldn't have been investigating us. You know what this is? This is Michigan trying to gaslight Ohio State. This is the definition of gaslighting. And even just as a bystander, I feel like I'm being gaslit in all of this. I'm extremely curious. Please, I can't wait to read these comments. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about all of this. I think it's nuts. To go on top of all of this, yesterday, I'm sure some of you may have or may not have heard this news, Connor Stallions, quote unquote, was fired. Why did I put quote unquotes around that? Because everyone's lying to you and ESPN's lying to you. He wasn't fired. I don't understand that false narrative. He resigned. And it's why the situation is wishy-washy, because why are they trying to tell everyone that Connor Stallions was fired? He wasn't fired. Here's what Connor Stallions and his attorney had to say about all of this. This is what they presented to The Athletic. As he informed the school earlier today, Connor chose, let me emphasize that word, chose to resign because recent stories regarding his time with the University of Michigan have created a distraction for the team. He hopes his resignation will help the team and coaching staff focus on tomorrow's game and the remainder of the season. Connor also wants to make it clear that, to his knowledge, neither Coach Harbaugh nor any other coach or staff member told anyone to break any rules or were aware of improper conduct regarding the recent allegations of advanced scouting. Yep, so there you have it, and we could break that down. I'm not going to do it. The point is, Connor Stallions resigned. And at this point in time, it's why it's so frustrating, because your average person trying to keep up with what's going on, they don't know what to believe. You got ESPN sitting up here trying to feed you BS and say that he was fired. Then you got other media outlets saying he resigned. What's going on, man? Fortunately enough for you guys watching this video, you got your boy Matt that's going to do all of his research to a T and give you the real news. He resigned. You want some clarity? Here's your clarity. This is what Connor Stallions posted himself. I did want to get this out there, though. I'm sure we'll talk about this in the up and coming days. Let me know your thoughts down below. But,